You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411, featuring the week's roundup of fashion news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411.
Whole stage. Okay, your bracelet.
Time for our theme music. Let's dance.
I don't know that he dance every Friday. I told you, like, we need a coach.
Fashion.
All right. How's everybody doing today? It is Friday.
Yes, finally.
So, welcome to another episode of Fashion 411, you guys. You know what time it is. It's Friday, and it means that it is time to hear some more fun, fashionable news,
The
gossips
gossips of the
facts.
week, the show. Yes,
Right.
girl.
And I want to remind you guys, if you haven't done so already, you can check us out on blackhollywoodlive.com. You can actually watch us live streaming right now. Like, you can see everything that's happening
Write
in the
us,
studio.
tweet us, poke
right
us.
now. And we would love for you to find us on iTunes. You can download our show. It's free. So you get to be entertained on a weekly basis. You get to learn a little bit about
Replay
fashion. You can
anytime.
replay it. You can pause, play.
French accent,
all of that
crazy
stuff.
gossips, crazy words that we're making up, you know,
Yes.
about the fashion police. Every Friday, guys, hi, it is so good to see you. Gosh.
Yes.
It's such a trip. Every time we just rush from the LA traffic and we finally here on time just for you all the time.
Well, they don't need to hear about LA traffic.
Well,
but-
yes,
right?
they need to hear because they need to see me sweating. There is a reason for that. So, guys, I'm gonna talking about sweat. I'm gonna tell you about the show, the hot of this week, what happens, and we're pretty spoiled this week because you should check it out. Actually, it's gonna be good for your fit, for everything, and maybe not for your wallet. Beyonce, guys, of course, she is now launching her new vegan food delivery service.
Heard about that.
Yes. So she partnered with her, trainer, exercise physiologist, that's what he's called, Marco Borges. Okay, if I say it wrong again, if I took
It's
a
okay.
weird, exotic accent when I say his name, you better tell me right now.
all right.
So Marco Borges, to launch the 22 days nutrition plant-based home delivery meal service. So guys, you have 22 days to order it online on this website, and so if you order the 3 meals for 22 days, it will cost you $629.79, including the shipping. So what is it, guys? They decided to create these meals. It's all organic, plant-based, no sugar, soy, just everything you can imagine based on the best LA's diet. And Beyonce just said in a statement that she's so great. That's what she says. I am so grateful that I took the challenge and credit Marco with leading by example. So she took the challenge in 2013. Remember, guys, with of course with Jay-Z. They tried it, they loved it, and they say it takes 21 days to break the habits. So the 22nd days is actually like the first day that your body can be used to some different
Cleanses
habits.
itself.
Cleanse exactly, and you can just get better reflex, eat more fruits, eat more vegetables. So it's all vegetable based, and you get your protein, you get everything. So it's not for everybody, of course, because there's still controversial about if you
Right.
lack protein, iron, stuff like that. It's the whole vegan and non-vegan war.
And speaking of everybody, I don't think we introduced ourselves.
Whoa!
Who are you? Let's introduce ourselves.
You guys
for
raised my
anybody
heart.
just tuning in. Who are we, and where can
Guys,
they find you?
the amazing voice that you just heard talking to you about the 22 days nutrition. This is Val Kahl. I'm your French touch, talking about everything you need to know about fashion, the whole world of fashion, everything that is hot and gossipy in the world.
And I'm your host, Diona Vaughan. I'd like to think that I can bring the runway to the real way, because I used to work in fashion in New York, and I'd like to bring you things on a budget and some accessible stuff. And Courtney,
you do it so good.
I try. And Courtney, she's out sick today, but we're gonna hold down the fort without her. Now,
We'll put a little candle for you, Court.
Continue with your
All right,
gossip.
guys. So also, the trainer gave an interview to Paris Hilton, a very exclusive interview to Paris Hilton. He says it takes 21 days to make or break a habit, and on the 22nd day, you found the way. What makes this an incredible jump start to optimum wellness is that the 22nd days vegan meal delivery program helps reset your body while creating healthier habits that are sustainable pathways to a healthier you. Fantastic,
awesome.
guys. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so not an amazing news for your wallet, but you know what? Even if you go to like supermarket, organic supermarket, it will cost you the same price, except the shipping fees. So why not trying it? It's just a new thing you try.
I like it. I actually cut sugar out of my diet about 3 years ago, and I never looked back. The hardest part.
No sugar at all?
I don't need any processed sugar. Where I get my sugar from is probably from wine. I can't. I love my wine, but yeah, if you
know
can,
that there are
if you can
hidden
survive
sugar.
3 days without it, it's okay.
There are hidden sugars in so many
Yeah,
things.
there's hidden sugars everywhere. So moving on, Kanye West, what do you got?
But I could never cut sugar. But Kanye West. So what's going on? We have a countdown, and it's pretty stressful actually. He's partnering with Adidas, and he's gonna launch. That's the rumor. It's called Yeezy. That's the new sneaker. Kanye West and Adidas. It is so hot. Seriously, he's getting hotter and hotter. And I just love his interview with Ellen DeGeneres. He was so. So zen, so sexy and zen at the same time. So what's going on is going to happen the February 12th in New York. It's very secret. You guys can download an app. The app is called Adidas Confirm. So just type Adidas Confirm and you can reserve you can book your pair of sneakers. The release is going to be just before the weekend of NFL. And, it's very secret right now.
The release, the NFL, what?
It's the launch of the sneakers. They're gonna be revealed. We don't know how the sneakers look.
Okay.
It's a whole. So
Okay.
if you go on the website, it's a whole countdown. It's like a bomb's gonna explode. You just see like the minutes, the days, and the
then,
time
boom,
before
Kanye.
the Adidas Kanye West is revealed, guys. So also, you know what? That's funny because remember in 2012 in the Vogue said about Kanye West about the fashion weeks in Paris, all the he's got all the trimmings but without the substance. Yet like a boy playing at being a big fashion designer. Ooh, that's mean. That's what happened in 2012. So that time, during this fashion week, I hope this big revelation is gonna have like great reviews from all the fashion.
I'm actually surprised it took this long, just because he's been in fashion for a minute now, and he's had his moments and he's had his collaborations. So this collaboration seems like the perfect fit. I'm
Completely.
surprised it took this long.
Completely.
But I can't wait to see it.
And he feels more free. That's what. Oh, he said to Ellen, that's pretty interesting, guys. A lot of time people try to block your creativity, control you with money. Adidas allowed me to make my whole clothing line, which I wanted to do, and it was just a little bit of oxygen. So he's finally ready, but you're so true. Why did it take like so long to have the sneakers by Kanye West? I so want one though. I don't know if they're gonna be for women too. But
Well, there's a lot of crossover when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm sure it'll be
maybe
fine.
I'll have the flip flop. The flip flop by Kanye West and Adidas.
All right, what's up next?
Guys, stay tuned. Of course, we always have a kinky little subject, something sexy and always in the trend. All right, what the new trend in LA, and of course it's also in New York, but who launched that? Our favorite celebrity, of course. Not favorite, but she's just like good at saying weird and bizarre statements on her blog. If I tell you goop, yes, you think about Gwyneth Paltrow. So Mrs. Paltrow a week ago said on her blog, that you definitely should go to Tikkun Spa. It's a Korean spa. Tikkun.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, it's Tikkun actually, but we have an amazing accent. It's in Santa Monica. It's a Korean spa combining high-tech infrared heat with traditional Korean sauna therapies, and the real golden ticket here, listen to that, is the Mugworth V-Steam. So the V-Steam, guys, imagine instead of doing your nails sitting next to each other as like a nail salon, you sit, your legs are spread. It's for all the girls and all the women. Yes, guys, you're gonna fantasize about that. But your legs are spread. You sit on a kind of potty.
It's like a raised toilet. That's what it looks
Completely.
like.
You have something to protect you so no one can see your intimacy and what's going on between your legs. And you have like steam coming out from the ground, from the soil. Steam going straight straight where it needs to go, and that's the V-steam therapy. So Gwyneth said, that every woman should do it. That's the new trend. If you're in LA, you should do it. It's supposed to reduce the premenstrual menstrual cramps, enhance fertility, clean your uterus, as if we need it to be cleaned all the time with a machine, detox your vagina, prevent cancer, all this. Okay, I completely lost Diona, but it's supposed to be the magical vagina power. And guys, yes, if you check it online, it's actually not a good idea to do. You have like so many doctors.
Well, I will tell you, for men, it's called an A-steam. And they get it from the same spot.
Nice.
It took you, yeah.
Nice.
So,
I would love you to try it next weekend and talk to us about it.
Here's the funny thing. I don't know if anybody watched Jimmy Kimmel. I believe it was this week, but he actually went to the spot. Or no, was it Jimmy Kimmel? No, it was TMZ. TMZ did it. Sorry, guys. Got my resources mixed up.
TMZ did this kind of experience?
TMZ, they went and somebody got an A-steam.
And how did what was the consequences?
I think he had a great time.
He lost his job. His job
opened him up, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but back to these, maybe that thing doesn't sell like cancer, healing or fertility enhancing. But guys, there are a lot of doctors that are speaking right now on the internet, on her blog, that made comments, like steam is probably not good for your vagina. Herbal steam is no better and quite possibly worse. It's actually pretty, dangerous to do these kind of things without any like medical supervision. And it's just another like celebrity kind of like bizarrery.
I have a question.
I didn't try it, girl, but go ahead.
That's not my question. Did you ever think that you would be saying the word vagina on our show?
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's even the first time. Vagina week, it's the new fashion week in an upcoming country. And guys, if you want to see something funny and you're going to laugh, if you go on Vine and, check Ricky Gervais, I'm a personal, like, humongous fan of him. Yeah. He kind of, like, is poking at Gwyneth, and you see him in a bath, like, with bubbles and pretending he just had the V-steam experience. So, guys, I don't know if you have anything to, time to waste this weekend, try the V-steam and tell us the experience. I want to know.
Talk about a Valentine's Day gift to yourself, right?
Yeah, maybe a V-steam treatment.
Hey, so let's talk some outfits.
Yeah.
Outfit of the week, huh? All right, so this week, just to prepare you guys for Valentine's Day, I don't know what you guys are doing or if you got plans. So you can get your little V-steam appointment at a salon near you, no matter where you live. But just in time for Valentine's Day, this is inspired by Vic Styles, and she is a stylist here in LA, and she was actually going to join us today, but she couldn't make it. Instead, we are going to talk about her lovely little lingerie outfits, all right?
That is to die for.
It is from True&Co. You can find that online. Lots of colors, lots of styles, and this is actually Vic Styles modeling it. And I wish she was here. But
she is so sexy with her blonde curls.
Sexy, right?
And that's the same line, right? What do we see?
Yes. Okay. It's the same line, True&Co. And so men, you can buy it for your ladies. Ladies, you can buy it for your man or your woman or whatever.
And it's so different than Victoria's Secrets. For once,
support a different business. Yeah. I kind of like that.
More couture, and you have it's definitely more original, and it's definitely gonna change from your pink bags that I'm sure you ladies used to have all the time. It's weird because in Europe there's so many lingerie stores and so many lingerie brands.
So
and
true.
Here I miss it a little bit.
It's limited.
I love Victoria's Secrets, like Paradise at Disneyland, but it's always, you just feel like your neighbor has the same bra than you, and I'm sure she does.
Why do you think that is? I have my own reason for why I think that's the case, but why do you think it is?
Because in Europe, I think, the French and all European were more into lingerie. That was something from the centuries. It was one of our, main product, like perfume. So it's more in the culture, I think, the traditions.
And I'm going to add on to that. I also think it's because European women, just the whole body image, you know what I mean? It's just a whole different thing than it is here,
Completely.
And I think women are a lot more comfortable. I hate making blanket statements, but I kind of, I've traveled a lot, but I think, European women find themselves a little bit more comfortable with their bodies. Therefore, they probably wear more lingerie, and parade around in it, no matter what size they are. Versus here, we get caught up on some stuff.
It is pretty new, When I say pretty new, I'm sure I'm talking maybe 30 years or 40 years, but it's pretty new that here in America there is more people pay more attention to lingerie and everything. I'm watching this reality show. I can't remember. Is it Double Diva? Yeah, Double Diva, where it's a business. I can't remember where it
Drop
is in
Dead
Atlanta.
Diva.
No, Double Diva.
Okay.
And it's a business of, I love it. I completely got hooked. It's a business of two women, like doing
the bra sizes.
Customized
Yes.
bra size for women who have very large breasts.
Yeah.
And they do, very fine and just everything is sur mesure. And, that's a show. But in France, like, so many stores are like this, so many boutiques.
Yeah.
And here it's like, wow, look at this business, support this business because it's so rare.
Right.
And how they approach women, like women who are not really, like so many women don't even wear lingerie or bra or just get the sport bra just to be comfy.
Yeah.
I think it's more like a culture.
I do
over
too.
there.
I do
over
too.
There,
So
they're-
just interesting observation. And I'm just going to note that already we've got vagina and breasts in one episode. All right.
and bra, yeah.
Give us a little beauty beat, Val.
Oh, okay. So we are now jumping into lips, oily lips. Yes, I'm always looking for new gloss, and I love that oil. It's from Yves Saint Laurent. You can always find something cheaper. It's not very cheap. It's $32, guys. Yves Saint Laurent, and it's very, it moisturizes your lips. It's transparent. It's juicy. It smells good. It feels good. You just want to eat it, and it's, you get like different colors. It's tinted oil. It's very good for your lips. It doesn't dry them out, and it's Yves Saint Laurent. So it's just a little, gadget during, whenever you want to shop at Sephora or Saint Laurent or any beauty store.
I actually tried them and they're wonderful. They feel great on your lips because I notoriously have dry lips, and
Me too.
I love it. So I think it's actually some things are worth the purchase,
And I love having like wet lips, just as a
Mm-hmm.
style. Always like moisturize and something that shines. And
I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. All right, guys. So it's time for a little bit of style scoop. So the latest buzz, what everybody's talking about, is the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit issue. The fact that it's looking a little different. So
I don't see the difference.
So, you guys, just in case you want to follow along, you can find us on Instagram at BHL Fashion 411, where you can see all these great photos that we're talking about, as well as you can check it out on BlackHollywoodLive.com. But what everybody's talking about is Ashley Graham. She's 27 years old. She is considered to be a full-figured model. She is a size 16, and she's modeled for Lane Bryant, Levi's, and Target. And she is currently Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I didn't. I read, but I didn't read completely. Is it like a specific something about her, or is it the cover? What is it in Sports Illustrated?
Well, Sports Illustrated has never featured a fuller figure.
That's what I'm wondering.
Woman
Yeah, absolutely,
in the pages.
but do they do like something specific about? Okay, like we're talking about fuller woman, and this is just like an
No.
article about her.
No, just all right. I'm laying the ground. Sports Illustrated every year they have a special swimsuit issue.
Of course.
So there's usually women bearing the
of course,
cover.
but I just
so
want to know like if she's among other models.
she's among other models.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't like do something in particular for her, just about curvier model.
Yeah, a full figure model has never been featured in Sports
Okay,
Illustrated. Never,
okay,
never,
okay,
ever.
okay.
So she's breaking some ground, so to say.
No,
You
definitely.
know?
I just wanted to see how they highlighted inside it. So they completely like highlighted her as other models like before.
What do you mean?
Like she's just we got it, guys. I
Yeah,
just want to
okay.
know. No, we completely got it. She's just featured like as another model.
Yeah,
Complete.
mhm,
Okay,
yeah.
they didn't talk to
Now-
her about something specific.
Nope, she's featured as one of the
Okay.
Sports Illustrated models.
So
okay.
they wanted to shock us.
Yes, and the cover has not been revealed yet. So last year there was that sexy cover. It was Chrissy Teigan, Nina Agdal, and Lily Aldridge, and it was their backside. That was the cover, and the cover is going to be revealed. Let's see here, February 9th. So we will see who makes the cover. Who knows?
Okay.
It could be Ashley Graham, but she is in the issue, and I think it's great strides.
Yeah,
especially
I
when we
don't.
just talked about body image
No,
and all that.
completely. It's definitely a shock for all the readers that are used to something, and it's definitely a great progress to see that. I just don't know how I feel exactly. I need to see I need to see the magazine.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Well,
I need to see the curves. I need to see more.
She needs to see the curves in person. We
Yeah.
shall see. All right, next up. So, it's a lot of fashion brands have been suffering and shutting down, and the latest is 40-year-old Jones New York. Jones New York is a brand that's been around for years, 40 years. And this is a little close to my heart because since I used to work in the business, I used to work right across the street from Jones New York on Broadway in New York. And, a lot of people are losing their jobs. And it's an end of an era. Like, this is a huge, iconic American brand. And lately, quite a few other fashion brands have been shutting down. C. Wonder, have you heard of C. Wonder? That Tory Burch's husband started C. Wonder, and it's rumored that he did it as a way of revenge against the Tory Burch brand. C. Wonder has folded. Piper Lime, I love piperlime.com. Piper Lime, no more.
Is it off?
It's not off yet, but they're going out of business, so it's not going to be around that much longer. Jack Spade, which is the brother brand of Kate Spade, is no more. So just joins New York. Jones New York. Joins this, and it's sad, it goes to show you, that like some things just sometimes don't last forever, and it also shows you like where fashion might be going. So
she didn't like manage to really bounce back or to like provoke or jump or do something something new with her brand.
It was a brand that you found it in tons of department stores. It was more of a career type brand, and maybe that look or that style is just kind of fading. I don't know.
I haven't seen her old style, but if normally when they reach that, it's just because they didn't bounce back with something new to adapt
sad.
to the woman of today.
Bye-bye, Jones New York. Bye-bye. And
new brands are born anyways.
Yes, exactly. And finally, meet the latest Disney princess. Her name is Elena. And Elena, what's so interesting about this latest Disney princess, she is their first Latina princess.
Oh, she looks like Sophia.
Yes, she will. She will make her debut on an episode of Sophia the First. It's a popular show amongst preschoolers before she gets her own show on the Disney Network.
Is she inspired by Sofia Vergara? Because she looks so much like her.
Well,
she's a mini Sofia Vergara.
Maybe she is, but she's Disney's first Latina princess, and I think it's really cool that young girls are able to, with their Barbies or what they see on TV, that they can see someone that looks like them. I think that's just so important.
We had the Middle East princess. We've
had a black one now.
Exactly.
So
the Latino. Perfect.
So I think that's so important for a little girl to be able to look at that and say,
she's
hey, she's a
cute.
princess. I can be a princess too. So hats off to Disney
Does she
for
flamenco?
the diversity. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. So this month is Black History Month. We get 1 month out of the year, y'all. So of course, Black Hollywood Live, we have to celebrate our history. So what we're doing for the month of February, we're going to identify and recognize some pioneers in the world of fashion and beauty, people that you might not have ever heard of before, but their contributions to our industry and why we're here and why we do what we do and buy clothing has just, been phenomenal. All right, so first
Black Month in fashion. All right, do I start it or what's going on?
So first up we have...
I'm so excited because there is something Black French first.
Yes, there's everything.
That I need to tell you guys that I'm sure you didn't know. So
first up is Elizabeth Keckly. Now, Miss Elizabeth Keckly, we're talking about 1800. She was born in 1824 and she died in 1907. But she was a dressmaker and a female entrepreneur who supported 17 immediate family members with her dressmaking and design skills. So in the early 1860s, she brought her freedom and she migrated to Washington, D.C., and she's most known for the inaugural gown she designed for Mary Todd Lincoln, wife of President Abraham Lincoln. In addition, she also designed for the wives of Jefferson Davis, Stephen Douglas, and Robert E. Lee. Keckly was a well-respected entrepreneur who also championed for the abolition of slavery through her well-connected network of white clientele. And I did a little searching just in, learning more about her. And the photo we have up, guys, it's a book, and it's called Mrs. Lincoln's Dressmaker, and it talks about the friendship between Mary Todd Lincoln and Elizabeth Keckly. Like, they had this amazing friendship.
Wow.
Which back then, like, that was just taboo.
Completely.
She, we're talking about slave days, and
so she was just a little protege of Lincoln's wife.
Well, she wasn't a protege. No, she supplied all of. She was her dressmaker.
Yeah. But she became like their friend.
Yeah, they became became friends, and they had this unlikely relationship. So there's actually a book out there by Linda Jones. So I thought I learned something new when I researched that. So that was really interesting. So
especially seeing like the all ancient like white meringue dress that they used to have.
Yeah.
So cool.
I think what's also kind of cool is that going back in that time period, when you look at photos, a lot of that stuff, it's black and white. So it's interesting when you're able to find things where you can actually see the color that they used in the fabric. I remember I went to the Met once, and they had this exhibition of Jackie Onassis, her gowns, and to see them in person and the color. It was stunning because you never realize it, because all the photos you see in history are black and white. So
it's true. It's a very good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The book and the see, guys.
Yeah.
See, we also culture. We give you the culture exactly this month.
Yes.
Only this month.
So who do you have?
Well, I have somebody, guys, who is the first beauty to break the 400-year chain that had branded dark skin as ugly. Yes, that's a mean title, but it's actually a very cool story. So she was born in, we are talking about...
What is her name?
Helen Williams. Yes, she. Because I'm so excited. I want to jump right away with her relationship with France and how she made it. So she was born in New Jersey in 1937, and she was, obsessed with clothes. She wanted to be a model. She was at 7, she was already sewing her own garment. Look at her, how gorgeous she is. She looks like a black Jackie Kennedy, I think.
Yeah, she does. Right? I think it's the hairdo.
Yeah, the style, and even, I don't know, just the whole style. I just love her. I become like a groupie just recently, just doing some research. So as a teenager, she studied dance, drama, art, before getting a job as a stylist in New York in a studio. And she was so stunning and so beautiful that, Sammy Davis Jr. and Lena Horne and, all these people, started to like spot her and said to her, like, you should be a model. You should do something. We are talking about, the 50s. She was only 17th. So, she had, as you can see on the pictures, guys, she had a very, something recognizable with her hair, like a very bouffant wig, like eyebrows, spectacular eyebrows, a very long neck, giraffe little neck. And, so she started to work, so she couldn't find, anything back in America, completely couldn't find anything. So she moved to France. And she started to work in Paris. Paris gave her chance because in America she was too dark to be accepted. So in Paris, over there, she says, people will say la belle américaine. It means the beautiful American girl. And she modeled for the famous atelier of Christian Dior and Jean Dessès back in the days. So she even received like marriage proposals from the French admirers, one of whom kissed her feet, she said, and murmured, "I worship the ground you walk on, mademoiselle." Isn't it romantic back in the days, guys? So anyways, so she went back to America and things didn't change. So all that to say that French were more open back in the days, at least on that, to, African American and being the first to give their chances to diversity. So back here, she kept, she had a very positive but also pushy attitude to make it. She knocked on every magazine's doors, every fashion shoot in the fashion industry, and she was tired of being rejected. So you know what? She decided to call the press and brought her own story, her own case to the press. So she had 2 influential white journalists back in the days that helped her, being out, being published, at least writing her own stories and making things change for her. So since that time that she made it, worldly out there, back like in the press, she started to be, to book like all photo shoot and commercials for Budweiser, Loom Togs, Modest, and she even had articles on the New York Times, Life and Redbook. So, that time, elitists back in America, had something against like dark skin.
Yeah.
Not Afro-American, but they wanted to be light and dark skin. Even in Hollywood, the jobs, like the actors, the black actors with dark skin could only have like jobs as a servant or as a slave or as a clown. And since then, she changed everything.
Yeah. And a lot of models had to, got work over in Europe versus, the U.S.
Completely.
So even, remember we had Beverly Johnson here, and Naomi Campbell. So a lot of them had to go overseas.
the belly.
to be appreciated. So yeah, so true.
Definitely.
Wow, yeah.
So see, fashion opened a lot of diversity.
She paved the way.
So I think she's just gorgeous. Look at that Budweiser ad. Just love it.
And finally, our last person that we're going to talk about this week that has made some contributions is Zelda Wynn Valdes. So Ms. Valdes, she actually passed away in 2001, and she was born in 1905. Ms. Zelda Valdes served as an innovative force whose forward-thinking designs propelled her to success. She began her career as a designer, creating beautiful fashions for celebrity trendsetters like Dorothy Dandridge, Ella Fitzgerald, Eartha Kitt, Maria Cole, Josephine Baker, just to name a few. Her designs embraced femininity. I can't even say that. Femininity, and it really called a lot of attention to just a woman's curves, and just being womanly figure, hourglass, all that kind of stuff. She was not only known for her iconic designs, but did you guys know this? I learned something very new about Zelda. She created the original Playboy bunny apparel.
What?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, she created the original Playboy
the
bunny,
ears and
the whole outfit.
Okay.
The outfit. She created the apparel.
Oh, wow.
So her designs are reflected in fitted gowns, reminiscent of that styles, or basically a lot of what she did since she created that
the curves,
that
the corset.
hourglass corset silhouette that the bunnies wear. I mean, to this day, women are wearing these corseted styles, to make
The
us,
burlesque corset.
burlesque corsets, but. That is Miss Zelda Wynn Valdes.
Well, I'm sure
we
her
have her
Gwyneth no worships her.
I'm sure he does.
I love her smile.
Yeah, you learn a little something new every day, right, guys?
So, the creator of this super sexy Playboy outfit is Afro-American.
Yes,
and her name is
Zelda Wynn
Valdes.
Valdes. So you guys, you learned something new today, and we're going to have some
Thumb
more
up.
fun facts, for African Americans.
During the whole
for
month.
Black History
Stay
Month.
tuned, guys. You're going to learn so many things.
And
Exciting.
finally, we're on to our favorite segment.
When she starts that voice, something very hot is coming up. Here
All
we
right,
go.
guys. So let's.
The Haute Mess, the fashion police of the week.
Okay,
Who do we
first
got?
up we have Miss Kim Kardashian. She is at a Super Bowl party. She's wearing a black bandeau top, black cropped fur, black high-waisted
realized-
skirt, and guess what? Black strappy cage sandals.
Is that a gorilla arm jacket?
Oh my God.
voice is back.
You're
He's been,
so- it does
we
look
have an
like
amazing
it's-
voice who's been commenting every Fridays, and he has the words. He exactly knows what he's talking about. Gorilla is back, absolutely.
Yeah, that looks like it's part of a gorilla costume.
It's, you know what, it is. It is way too much. There is the crop, there is the gorilla, there is the cage shoes. So the gorilla is out of the cage, and there is the long skirt. It's just too much.
So, yeah, I was going to ask you, what do
Yeah.
you think? Too much?
Yeah, it's just too much. And the gorilla, I love the fur, I love everything, but when too much fur is too poofy and you look like a big bear, a humongous mama bear, it's a no for me.
A humongous mama
Yeah.
bear. I think enough said. Yeah, I'm not feeling any part of this outfit. I think that jacket just kind of takes away everything. I think if she didn't have the jacket on, I could have maybe gone with it, because we're seeing a lot of that whole, high-waisted top and a fitted bottom, just showing off curves, Shout out to Zelda, who we just spoke about. But yeah, I can't. That coat just ruined it.
It's just too much.
She just looks big and puffy, and
We don't even see her curves, and we love her curves.
anyway, Kim, hated it. All right, moving on to Miss Chrissy Teigan. She's so cute. She is at a Sirius XM event for the Super Bowl. She's wearing coral satin gaucho pants. I think we talked about it a couple shows ago. Gaucho pants are back, you guys. Big spring 2015 trend. Excuse me. She's wearing a white crop top. And, what do we think?
Well, like this little, it's not like a Hobbit style, but to me, I mean, seriously, even if she's gorgeous, that...
Yes, totally. Can't touch. I know. I feel like doing that dance.
Exactly right. That I could do that. I don't know. I feel it's so not flattering, guys. I know it's the trend, but trend doesn't mean you just need to wear it with any shape, any curves, any days of the week, at any times, at any hours. No, I mean, come on. She looks like a macaroon. Like the packaging of the macaroon. It's kind of icy, and you want to take it off. It's just the crop top is cute and nice for the beach, but just this is so
She's
not
a ribbon
flattering.
candy.
Thank you, my voice. You just put words on my mind.
I'm not crazy about any of the proportion here. So you've got the crop tank top, right? And, Chrissy Teigan, she's gorgeous. She's got a great body. I like that. But then you've got this weird proportion of the pants, and then the pants are cutting her off, like, below her knee.
It makes her so short.
And then she's got this strappy sandals on, which is cutting her ankles off. So all of the proportions are just really way off for me. And normally I love Chrissy Teigan. She's the cutest little thing. But sorry, girl. Mm-mm.
And the crop top like this without anything couture, this is really messy. There is nothing couture-ish about it. I see how she wanted to do the icy look with the pants. Maybe it looks fancy.
Steven got it right on this one. MC Hammer called. He wants his pants back.
He always got it right on Fashion Police.
Next up, on our last one, we've got Miss Kenya Moore. So she was recently fired from Celebrity Apprentice, just in case you guys catch up with that show. And if you haven't watched it, sorry for the spoiler. So we
won't spoiler.
Let's see here. Kenya Moore is wearing a hot pink Escada suit and a pair of Louboutin heels. I'm sure that photo will pop up soon.
I'm imagining it. Flashy pink. What's the color of the Louboutin though?
The Louboutin heels. Here we go.
My imagination was way better, guys, when I had it 2 seconds ago in my mind.
Okay, here's the deal. So I'm all for a colorful suit. I like it. But in this instance, it's just, first of all, she's a woman who's in shape. I mean, she's got an ass. She's got boobs. She's got a body. And I just think it's too tight on her, first of all. I think if it were like a little bit more looser fitting, I think I would have appreciated it a little bit more.
Be
but
careful,
it's just so
guys.
Tight.
When you wear, even if your body is amazing, when you wear these kind of super tight pants, the kind of pants where you see kind of through, the little default of our legs, of our skin, and that's what's going on. Look, it looks like, she's bare legs. It looks like her legs are completely like, without any texture or any pants on. And just like the way her blouse, like her white shirt, like is buttoned completely up. Everything is too tight. I feel like she's gonna explode in a second, like get me out of there.
I feel like on top of it needing to be a bigger size, I think she just needed to wear like a printed cami or something, but a structured white button-up shirt. It's just too much.
Tear everything apart.
Too much. So, wow, I think we've got 3 hot messes.
We have 3 hot messes.
3 hot messes in a row, y'all. Okay, and finally, let's round it out with a little style watch. We're doing a throwback. Normally, we give you guys, a little Instagram style, who we're watching, who's hot. But this week, it's a little throwback to Miss Janet Jackson, right? 5,
some old nostalgia.
3, 2, 1. You guys remember that? So Janet Jackson, I mean, love it or hate it, like we have to recognize her contribution to fashion.
I love her style.
And when it comes to her style, it's all about like you associate it with her albums, so Rhythm Nation, or even when she did
like
Poetic Justice, so her style, it changes and evolves with what she's doing, and she looks amazing. I love this throwback. I love it.
I really love the period when she was very officer style, kind of like tomboyish.
The military.
And Michael Jackson too, with his uniform back in the time. I think it's so stylish. I do have a Saint Laurent jacket, like kind of like jacket, black with a little, like the golden things on the shoulders. That look very exactly. That looks like Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson style back in the days. I just love it. And you just wear that, and just the epaulette changes everything. And it's still a trend.
It's great.
It looks good on any shape, on anything.
All right, so I think that's our show. I want to remind you guys to make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube, all right? So not only can you catch us on BlackHollywoodLive.com or on iTunes, but you can check us out on YouTube. But you have to subscribe so you can get more shows. You can make comments.
Give us your feedback.
Give us your feedback.
If you like the pictures, the fashion police of the week, if you if you actually love these cropped pants that look like a hobbit.
Yes.
Just anything.
We want to hear from you. We want to engage with you, all right? So subscribe. And where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Kahl, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just everywhere in the where, everywhere, in the air, VALKHL.
And you guys can find me, Diona Vaughan.
Did you do that?
Yes, I did do that. But you can find me.
Her boobs.
It's me, Diona V, on Twitter and on Instagram. And I want to remind you, you can check us out on Instagram at BHL Fashion 411. We will see you next week with more fashion, news, gossip.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.